Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Taylor and today is going to be a little weekly vlog. So today is Friday and I'm actually going to dinner with my assistant coach for speech, and we're going to talk about, recruitment tactics and all sorts of fun things for, the summer and then the fall. And it's so weird to think about with, like, speech isn't gonna start up again until next year, right? Like, that's when the season officially starts, but it's an entire year-long process of recruiting and, working with your school admin and all this stuff. But I'm very excited. We're going to a ramen place that I really like. It's like a sake like roastery type of thing. So we're going there for dinner, and then tomorrow I have a friend's bridal shower. So that should be fun. I don't know, I haven't been to a bridal shower in so many years. I'm trying to think of the last one that I went to. I think the last one I went to was in college when it was like a mutual friend was getting married. And it was like a Sunday tea, and it was like very formal at this woman's, I think it was like her grandparents' house. And I just remember it being like I said, very, very, very formal. Which, nothing wrong with that. It's just, I don't think this is gonna be like a formal one though. My friend isn't like a very, what's the word? She's not a very formal person, I would say. So, I mean, it should be good, and I've been friends with this person for many, many years, so I'm sure it'll be just fine. Met my boyfriend's family this week, because they'll be, well, his mom will be there on Saturday, so it was kind of nice to meet her beforehand, so it wasn't just like, hi, oh, so you're the girl who my son has been spending all this time with. We were able to meet up. And look at where this is at. Oh my god, she is struggling to hold on. I don't have like a ton of makeup. I know that I have more makeup than I need. I don't feel like I've got a ton, but it's so hard because it's like, no, I don't need more makeup, but god, do I want more makeup. I use the e.l.f. blush palette. But yeah, so this is you're just gonna follow me for a few days while I do some stuff. Is that not just what a vlog is? You're gonna do stuff and film it. So yeah, it's Friday night. I don't know, not that I thought this week was long, but it felt long. I think because last week I had something going on every single night. Like, I had to go to Sioux Falls for my dentist stuff, and then I had to, well, I didn't have to. I had to go to Sioux Falls for my dentist stuff, but then I got dinner with a friend on Wednesday, and then I met up and watched the last season of You with another friend on Thursday, and then Chad came over for the weekend on Friday, so it was just like a lot going on last week. And then this week I had Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday like to myself, so I think that's just like, now what? I'm all alone. Like, I feel like I'm not doing as much as I normally am, even though like last week was a bit of an anomaly. Who's watched the last season of You? I need to know. I liked the way they ended it. I think it was the only, I don't know, I watched Dexter many years ago, and I like that they didn't botch it the way that I felt that they kind of botched the Dexter ending. But now, so the person who plays Beck, I can never remember her name, she's reprised her role for pretty much every season of You. But now I'm having my boyfriend watch You, because I was like, gosh, I need to rewatch this after finishing it, because it's been, this show has been going on for like 7 years, but we only have 5 seasons, because, it's these longer times in between seasons coming out. And so I'm like, oh, I should go back and watch like the other seasons, because the last season, or season 4, when that came out, I was still living in Sioux Falls, you know, so that was like two moves ago. When the last season of You came out, my friend wasn't even married to her now husband. And I mean, they just celebrated, I want to say, their second wedding anniversary. So like it's been a hot minute. So, you know, we start season 1 and the first thing you see is Beck, pretty much. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, wow, her face is just like, she looks like a baby. Because, you know, as you get older, you just like lose facial fat and all that stuff. And like, it's not like she looks old now, she just looks older. And I'm like watching this, I'm like, oh my god. And it's so funny. I think everyone knows the premise of You, so like the first couple episodes are wild. Obviously in the pilot they have to somehow grab people to want to watch more. And so I'm talking with my boyfriend, I was like, ooh, what's gonna happen? He's like, I don't know. And I was like, they're gonna fall in love. He's like, no way. There's no way they can fall in love. I was like, no, they're gonna. Just you watch. He's like, no, there's no way. But yeah, so that, yeah, watched all of season 5. And then the next day I went and watched episodes 1 and 2 with my boyfriend. So it was really, yeah, I would love to go more in depth. I actually did read the books. Well, at least I think I would have to check my Goodreads. I know I read the first 2 at the very least. I listened to them on audio. And I would say, well, I never finished season 1 of the show, actually. Because I didn't know about the show initially. And 2 of my friends were, like, watching it together. And so I went and I just watched season 2, with most of season 2 without really watching season 1. So I went back, watched almost all of season 1, read the book, and then was like, okay, I understand it, but most of the book is pretty 1-for-1 with the first season. And I thought it was pretty good, but after that it kind of diverts, or not diverts, it doesn't stay as true, if I remember correctly. But I never actually finished season 1, I realized, so gotta do that. I love this so much. This is not an old Naked palette. This one I bought last year when I don't know if they still have them now. It said it was supposed to be like a limited run. When I tell you that this is pretty much all I've been using for the past however many months, like, I love this thing so much. And I'm never, like, it's like every, what, 15 years I can get a new one, I guess? Because I had gotten rid of my old one many years ago when I was in college. And, you know, I had the Naked Reloaded. I tried to like that one, I just didn't. What else? I got, like, other, you know, the Natural Eyes, which I don't mind. It's just not, nothing is the OG Naked palette, in my opinion. I also got, what was it, the Soft Glam, which I think is, well, no, it's a different concept. I wanted this for so many years. I feel I barely use it. I use Modern Renaissance quite a bit. I'm surprised they don't still sell this. This was like the OG eyeshadow palette, but this was like revolutionary at the time. Well, both of them were for their times. Sorry, oh my gosh, not to just like yap about that. I am reading so many books right now, and I feel like I've just really dug myself a grave. I'm so overwhelmed right now. But yeah, so I think I'm reading like 5 books right now. Let me check. Go to Fable. Go follow me on Fable. I need to put it in my description thing. But my username is TAYD97 on Fable. So go check me out. Let's have a little community on Fable. I'm currently reading 6 books, and 1, 2, 4 of those 6 books are nonfiction. I am in a hell of my own making. So I have Word Slut by Amanda Montell, which I did start reading like quite a while ago, at least a month ago now. And then I have A People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn. And I've been reading both of these. I've been mostly reading the People's History because I have the physical book, but I also have it on audio, so I try to like listen to a chapter, but the chapters are so long, and it's a very like dense read. And then I have The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, and I've been like slowly reading that on my Kindle and my phone, and I do have the physical book. I don't know why I am the way I am, okay? I don't want to hear it. I check out books from the library for books that I actually own. I don't know why I do it, I just do. And then I have Erasing History by Jason Stanley, which is on loan from the library. I do not own this book, so I do need to like finish it in a timely manner because I had to wait for quite a while before being able to read this book. It's really short though. I'm on chapter I think 4, and there's only like 7 chapters. So then I have Poverty by America. I don't own this book either. This one's by Matthew Desmond. I have his other book, Evicted, but I am listening to this one on audio. Like I said, I don't own this book. And then I have The Invited by Jennifer McMahon, which is like a haunted house story. And I just started that yesterday because it's like always available at my library, so I was like, oh, let me do this. And I bought the book a long time ago, and I just get the feeling that either I'll DNF it, or when I read it, I'm not going to want to keep it. And that's one thing that I'm just like so sick of. That's one thing I need to remember more about like my book buying habits. But the thing is that I love the books that I love, and then I do reread them. I need to get on rereading like every read of like The Hunger Games and other things that I really love. But I'm just like, oh, you know, but I bought it from Books A Million when I lived in Rapid, and let me tell you, when I lived in Rapid, it's interesting how your shopping habits change when you're like unhappy, because I was very unhappy in Rapid, and that reflected in the fact that I bought and decluttered so many books, because I bought the book, listened to it on audio, and then decluttered it because the book sucked. The Fallen of which are like Brave New World by Aldous Huxley and The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. Both books I bought thinking I was gonna love them, and I absolutely did not love them. So I'm trying to be more conscious of my book buying habits, and I feel like I am getting a lot better at figuring out whether I will or won't like a book, but that's a whole other thing. So I'm wearing my flare jeans, this top that has like a little lace detail here, and then this necklace, and then I have a cardigan, there it is, that I'll put over this. So that's gonna be the outfit, because it's 49 degrees out. I don't want to wear a coat. That's being a Midwesterner, is that you just don't want to wear a coat, so you just layer on like a sweatshirt. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Right, hello, it is 8 p.m. on Friday night. I just got home maybe 20 minutes ago. I've been trying to figure out how to post a reading wrap-up as a reel. So to like speed through 14 books in a minute, no, 2 minutes, is like wild. But really cool, and now I know how to do it, and I did it using iMovie, and I'm actually really proud of myself. I don't use that normally to edit my reels. I just use it for my long form content like my YouTube videos, but now, you know, I can do that. And I didn't realize that they lengthened, what was it, the YouTube shorts. So that's nice too. All uploaded. Need to figure out something to watch and what I'm gonna do. I mean, I do have, so we went to, it's a sake brewery. I don't know if that's the correct term, but they like brew their sake in-house, and they have like sake cocktails and different things. It's so good. Sake is like what I almost wish tequila tasted like. Like, it's still a little dry, but it's not quite as punchy as tequila, at least not with the cocktail that like I got there. It's like, it's a little bit dry, but it's very like subdued. But, you know, I came home and I was like, you know, I had like literally so little left in a tequila 1800 bottle. So I made this. This is the world's smallest margarita. Like when I tell you the tequila maybe went to like here and then I just topped it off. This is an espresso glass. This is a little mug for espressos, but I bought them to be shot glasses. Like, and that's a double shot, but it is now the tiniest margarita. And it's definitely still strong. When you get, you know, the cheaper tequila, it just really like punches you in the face. I got these Crayola Super Tips yesterday at Walmart, and I'm so excited about them. I already have a few that I pulled out and I put in here, because as I use them, I'm probably going to just throw them in here. Because the box, you know when you're a kid and you have the Crayola 64 pack, and you try to like fit them all back in there, and for whatever reason it just doesn't work when you stick them back in? I'm already having that problem with this box. So I'm just going to throw them in that empty coffee canister. And then I'll probably throw these markers in there as well. I really want to paint these, but God, I'm so lazy. It's like, I'm not lazy, but it's like if I really wanted to, I would have done it by now, if that makes sense. It's like, yeah, I do want to, and I'll get around to it someday, but clearly there are other things I would rather do. Maybe I should watch more Vanderpump Villa. My boyfriend and I watched the first 2 episodes of You, and gosh, I want to watch more so bad. But like, he's not watching it, and if we're gonna watch it together, I have to wait. But right now we're both just really busy, and we don't live far from each other, but still like a 40-minute drive, you know, when we both work full-time, that can be, you know, a lot. So like, I'm not seeing him until this coming Wednesday. I just want to watch it so bad. But the thing is if I watch it, I know that I'm not really going to want to rewatch it with him. And then I'm just like, hey, you could watch that without me. But like, he doesn't, we watch TV together. He doesn't, to my knowledge, really watch TV shows without me. Like, he watches a lot of YouTube like I do. But he watches TV shows, I think, even less than I do. He likes to game and do other things. And I'm working on this like granny square dress, but it's not going to be like a lot of little granny squares. It's made up of like 4 kind of bigger squares. So I have like the big body piece, and now I'm trying to work on like the smaller piece so I can figure out how many rows I need for that. Gosh, this yarn is so soft. This is Big Twist ombre in the colorway like pink. Doesn't, well, actually, I guess Hirschner's, yeah, picked up Big Twist. So I really hope that, like, it doesn't, you know, I remember saying to a friend, like, I really hope, like, another brand picks it up, blah, blah, blah. It would be sad to see, like, Big Twist go. Like, a lot of people really like Big Twist. So not to say, like, I predicted it, but I foresaw it coming. Need to weave in the ends of the finished object that I plan on wearing tomorrow. I just finished this little vest, and I didn't realize that it was a vest at first because I made it based off of like a Pinterest inspo photo, but like now when I put it on, I'm like, oh yeah, that is definitely a vest. I'm gonna wear it with a turtleneck, but tomorrow it's supposed to be ranging from like 40s to 60s, so it'll still be kind of cold enough for it. I need to weave in these ends, and I want to like sew down this being like a little collar. So just the ends really here though, not like the entire thing. Just so it doesn't curl up, and then I have the little tie in the middle. I love this so much. This is with Karen Simply Soft, speckled in the colorway Lipstick. And I really didn't know what I was going to make with this at first. I really thought that I wasn't going to have enough. I was worried. I do have like just the tiniest bit left. Let's give you a close-up. I am so in love with this. It is a little big, so I did try to put like some black tank tops underneath it, and it looked a little odd. It could also be the pink coloring with my skin tone. I don't know. I don't really have like pinky undertones. I would say that like I'm very neutral to like maybe a little yellowy. I don't know, I'm pale. And then I think I want to color a little bit tonight. I definitely want to have like a ranch water after I have the world's tiniest margarita, just because the bridal shower isn't until 1:30. So like, why not just like, I don't know, have a little drink by myself, not get drunk. That's an important distinction. I have been coloring. This I got from my mom for Christmas, but it was on my Amazon list. This is Secret Worlds, A Delightful Glimpse into the Life of Magical Creatures by Karen Sue Chen, an adult coloring book. And I don't know what it was. I just started coloring on it like last weekend after my boyfriend left. And I was like, wow, this is like really, really nice for me. Like this is helping me a lot. With what? I don't know. Probably just like focusing. So like here's another one I made. I feel like a teacher right now. I didn't make it, I colored it in. This one's one of my favorites that I've done. And then, yeah, this one. So I've just like really enjoyed coloring on this. And I think I want to get more coloring books from Karen Sue Chen. I know that there's like the really popular ones, but I don't know, maybe, we'll see. I kind of just want to color on this, and then I do have like another one that has like profanities on it. I have another one, but it's like the really small one that's definitely for colored pencils. And I like these ones because they have the thing so I can just put paper in between them so that I can actually use markers for it. But yeah, this was the one I did last night. So yeah, maybe I'll keep watching Vanderpump Villa and, you know, just color and see where the night takes me. I like when there's like a mix between big and small spaces. Like, here, let me grab my other ones. So these are the only other two coloring books that I have. I have F Off, I'm Coloring, and so this one does have like the pages thing, and this is like some nice paper. I tried this one, and I just really hated the way that I went with the color scheme, and I just like hated it a lot, so I just stopped and never finished it. Maybe I'll finish it someday. But yeah, so then there's like this one that says Leave Me Alone. So I'll probably, maybe I should color on this one too. I'll leave this one out for myself for tonight. But then this one, it's so pretty. So many little things. I will say though, this paper is really like sturdy. For example, like I've colored in this one just a little bit, not a ton, and it didn't bleed onto the other pages. But that's with me being so anxious that it was going to happen that I didn't want to, you know, do that. And that's the thing about these really tiny ones too, is that like I don't want to like color and then come back to it. Like if I sit down, I want to finish it in that night. And that's just a me thing. Like some people are cool with long-term projects and stuff. I just unfortunately are not. I also feel like I didn't do well with like the color combos and stuff. I don't know, maybe it's just that the florals aren't for me. I don't know, like, God, look at this. I did purple and brown. What the fuck is wrong with me? But yeah, so this was my first foray into adult coloring. And obviously I did not like it too much. And all of this was really spurred on by a content creator that I watch that I really like. She does a lot of overconsumption type stuff. She does a lot of de-influencing stuff that I really like. And so she did this thing about like hobby consumption, specifically on like Color Talk and a little bit about like Book Talk. And I mean, I had seen a few coloring reels or TikToks, whatever you want to call them, but I hadn't seen a ton. But then I was like, oh, I have a few coloring books. Why don't I color more? Because I just have been feeling like, oh, you know, I love crochet. I always love crochet. I always come back to crochet. I crochet every day. But I was like, gosh, like with some of these nights off, I've been filming and doing all this stuff. Like I just need something else to kind of sprinkle into the mix. And I am a hobby palace, you know. I have so much stuff I could do. Why don't I color? You know, I have all these markers and all this stuff. And then I got this 100 pack at Walmart for only $15. Obviously, I know that it's the alcohol markers that are all the rage, but I also saw on this same woman's thing, because she like puts up the TikToks and then like reacts to them in a way, or like, you know, talks about them. And it said that like a lot of the really popular coloring books, I don't know where these two fall, but a lot of the popular coloring books they're not like really high quality paper that's meant for alcohol markers, so they just like soak up the ink really fast, so then the colors dry out quicker. And I was like, oh gosh, well, I mean, I got these super tips, I like the super tips, and then I saw another book creator that I really like, Sarah Caroli. She posted about getting this 100 pack and coloring with them, and I was like, why don't I just do that? So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's my journey with coloring, I guess. Jeez. Talk about dumping. But yeah, so I think I might just put on Vanderpump Villa, color for a bit. I already have a page picked out, but maybe once I'm done with that, I'll color in the F off one. But yeah, so I will talk to you later. How is everyone doing this morning? It's about 11 a.m. I'm just getting started doing my makeup for the bridal shower that I'm going to today. I don't know how long bridal showers normally go for. I haven't been to one in so many years. I think the last one I went to was like 2 hours, I think. It's at 1:30, so I don't know. We'll see. Look at that. That's wild. I really like the Poreless Putty Primer, but I'm not gonna be repurchasing it because I just don't think I need it right now. But yeah, then I'll be coming home, and I'm not sure what I'll be doing for the night. Probably reading. I really need to get some pages in. I did get up and read a little bit of Erasing History by Jason Stanley. I need to finish my chapter in that one for the day. And then I would really like to make some like real progress on The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, but I just keep getting the feeling that I'm going to need to be like very emotionally available for that book. And I think that's what kind of keeps me from wanting to read it. I've been doing the same makeup for so many months now. I use this e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter with the CoverGirl Clean Fresh not because I'm like a clean girl. I like BB creams, and I always have really liked them a lot. I feel like, you know, they look good on my skin and stuff. But I will say, like, this stuff is not my favorite. I don't think that it like helps my makeup stay very well. I personally, it's not my favorite. But this color is like so orange. And then this is so pale that I mixed the two so that I have a color that fits me, because I, you know, bought 2 shades that like did not match me very. See how pale that is? Yeah, it's not great. Once I get like bronzer and all that stuff on there, it's fine. But I don't know, I just am like, well, this is what I have, so this is what I'm using. It's so crazy too, like, obviously this worked for like the winter, and I don't even have like a tan, but I feel like this just does not work very well now that the sun is shining. It's like too much natural light, and I figure since we'll probably be like taking photos and stuff, we should do the full face. Well, and then maybe I want to film tonight. I don't know. I want to do some more like workshopping of concepts and different things. Gosh, this is almost done. It's like to here. I'm trying to use up what I have. I only have this in the Fenty Clean Fresh, or what is this? The Easy Squeeze. That's like here. But I do need to pick up a matte foundation for my friend's wedding that I'm in. The same woman whose shower is today. But for the actual wedding day, I mean the wedding's in July. And I think I want to pick up the L'Oreal, I can't remember what matte foundation it is. It's in a squeeze tube, and everyone says it's like industrial strength. Because like I'm just not, I know that it's like, I don't know, not cool to buy drugstore makeup anymore. I'm just like not someone who's ever really been into prestige makeup. I've always been someone who cultivates the drugstore, who buys from the drugstore, so, or drugstore brands. There are certain things that I'll spend on, like eyeshadow, or like, I love MAC lipsticks. They are my favorite. But like a foundation, even though like foundations last forever, I don't know. So leave foundation, matte, long wearing foundations that like photograph well in natural light in the comments. That's so many indicators. Just like long wearing matte foundations. I never thought I would be into like the pink powder stuff, but I had a friend who had the One Size powder, and she tanned, but when she put that like powder right underneath her eyes, it was like, I was like, whoa. I got the Morphe one, so it wasn't, ooh, so it's not, I don't know, I mean, at least for me, I think this works, and it's not like a really intense pink, so I like it a lot. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, what I'm gonna do with the rest of my day. It's so weird. So me and my boyfriend have only been dating for like 2 months, and like it's going great. Like this is definitely like, he's my best friend. I love spending time with him, and we have spent every weekend together for the past 8 weeks. So since we like got together, and it's so weird. This is the Mario bronzer stick. I don't like this, but I have it, so I'm using it. I bought it, and the thing is broken, so I can't even like press it upwards. So I'm like, well, I might as well use it. I don't like it too much though. I do think it's like a skill issue thing, so I don't like it because I don't think I like stick bronzers. But that's just me. Yeah. See that? I don't know what I did to like break it, but here we are. And then I've got my Clean Fresh powder, so I'll powder my whole face. I haven't done a full face of makeup in so long now, since speech has ended, because I would do full faces for the competitions and stuff, just because, you know, I'm there, I'm representing the school. I don't think I'll dress up as much as I did this past year, now that I know that, you know, coaches don't dress up. But it's still good for me, the dresses that I got, because I can wear those in professional settings, and I really didn't have anything like that. And I thrifted them, so that's really exciting too. Yeah, I'm definitely a powder girl. I try to do the... It's like I get glowy products and then I just put a bunch of powder over it, so it doesn't make any sense for me to want to continue to buy glowy products. It's a whole thing. Okay, so I'm doing, my thing is pink, so I think I might do this bright pink here. So in terms of blushes, I have this blush palette, this Essence blush that's like really dark. And then this is Tarte Exposed. So these are all the blushes I have, which is still more than one person needs. But I bought this Essence one, Bold Heart, because my favorite blush of all time was actually a Tarte blush. It was in the colorway like Quirky or something, and I got a mini of it and I used that for years. It was like just a very true red. And I've been searching for that again, and like I really like this blush. It's not the color I was looking for. The color looks great on me, but this is not the color I wanted. So then I buy this because of this shade, and this is also not the color that I wanted, but it still looks good on me, so I wear it a lot. But I've been trying to play around with different blush shades. So I'm like, oh, well, what if I do this pink and then I do da-da-da-da. So I've been trying to like play with stuff more, because I have a tendency of like not playing too much. Okay, so this e.l.f. blush palette is like literally so mid. It's like good, but not great. It's really patchy. Like it kicks up a ton of dust when you put your brush in, and then when you try to blend out, it tends to get a little patchy. So I've just kind of been rocking the heavy blush look for a while. It's like fine. Could be worse. It could absolutely be worse. Plus blush fades so fast. And then I also have the e.l.f. bronzer palette. I've had this for so long, I like broke the hinge on it. But so I've been trying to kind of use this more. I know I said that I love the drugstore, and then I have this I have like two very expensive things right here. I don't know, I guess I should say I've tried more high-end makeup in the past couple years since I have more of a disposable income, but on the whole, I still really like drugstore stuff. Does anyone else feel like setting sprays are just like a scam at this point? I don't know if this actually helps the longevity of my makeup, because I will say like these two are not very long wearing products. So my makeup is not very long wearing, but this Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray, I like it. I like it a lot. I also have the Pretty Fresh one from ColourPop. I don't think this one's supposed to be. This is a setting mist. This isn't a longevity mist. But like, I don't think they help very much, but it feels good. All this to say, I'm trying to figure out where I can like kind of cut my makeup down, my makeup spending. So I'm like, oh, well, if I finish up this, do I really need to like repurchase another thing of it? Like, can I replace it in some way? Like, for example, I've been using like these two shades of my Naked 2 like palette. I've had this forever, as like eyebrow shades to replace my Essence Make Me Brow. And this is a very cheap product, but I'm like, well, I have this and I would have to continue to purchase this. So I don't know, just trying to kind of cut corners where I can, or at least, you know, stretch products. I need to figure out what I'm doing with my eyes. Well, I did pink, so I want to do something pinky. Oh my god, I don't know what's wrong with me. So I'm reading 4 nonfiction books right now. And I also am reading 2 fiction books, so The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt and The Invited. Gosh, I don't remember the author of that one, but it's like a haunted house horror story. And I was like, oh, I really want something light and fluffy. And I'm like, Taylor, quit doing that. I also use this shade to set my eyeshadow. Like, you don't need to start another book. So I keep a few books in my nightstand over here. It's got like a basket underneath, and I'll put books in there where I'm just like, oh, you know, I could just like start that one night. I don't have many that are like that anymore, because like I don't really buy a ton of romance books anymore, just because I tend to like read them and then, you know, get rid of them. I feel like it's the same way with like thrillers or like even mysteries and stuff. Like I wouldn't really reread them. Is that weird? I don't know, because like I'll reread Percy Jackson or my Warrior Cats books or Normal People or Twilight, or, you know, these books that, I guess like just books that really resonated with me. I did buy almost, not all, but quite a few of the Chestnut Springs books. I would reread those books. I honestly have been thinking about rereading Cade and Willa's. Which one's that one? Heartless? Careless? I can never remember what the what that one was called. But I like those books enough to like buy them, and I know that I want to purchase Binding, Keeping 13, Saving, Redeeming 6. Oh my god, and the new one's coming out soon. I need to read Taming 7 though. I have Hoopla through the library, and Hoopla is one where like they're always available, but you can only check out 5 a month. I wish it was at least like 10, but I am probably going, and the thing about Hoopla too is you can't export it to Kindle, so I would have to read on my phone, or I bet I could like download it on my iPad, but I don't remember my login credentials, so, you know, that's fine, I guess. Alright, what are we gonna do here? So I have my Modern Renaissance palette, and I just used Bone Fresco. I think I'm gonna do some Love Letter. Well, because when I do pinky looks like this, then I can wear pink lipstick and it doesn't look wild. Because sometimes pink lipstick, it all depends on like, you have to really think about like the look that you're going for. Or at least like for me, I can't do like a bronze eye with like a pink lip, because I don't think that pink lipstick like looks very good on my complexion normally, so it makes me look wild. But when I put pink lipstick on with this look, I think it's gonna look really good. So we'll see. That could be completely wrong. We'll see what happens. Then I'm gonna take Vermeer, which is the sparkly pink. I'm just gonna dust that on top. Alright, I think that's good for the eyes, or the eyeshadow, I should say. Oh, I don't think I ever finished my thing. So I put these books, I was like, oh, let me get something like light and fluffy, Jesus. So I pulled out Addicted to You by Krista and Rebecca Ritchie and Book Lovers by Emily Henry. So, but I was like, oh, I should like read one of these, and then I laid down, I read some of the chapter from Erasing History, and then just went to bed. So we'll see what I end up doing tonight. I've also been coloring. I need to finish the season of Vanderpump Villa. Oh my god. Does anyone else watch that show? I love that show. Will say, I don't think season 2 is quite as dramatic as season 1, but that's because there aren't as many like confrontation fights. It looks like a lot of it is kind of like snide remarks and people just being like, I don't like them, which, you know, fair. But it's really funny because when I watched the first season, so I had just like kind of found it on Hulu. It was like recommended for you since you watched like The Bachelor or whatever. And I loved it. I loved it so much. And I was telling my friend, I was like, oh my god, it's called Vanderpump Villa, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it's run by this person, and I can't remember their name. And my friend was like, Lisa Vanderpump. And I was like, yeah, that's her, you know her? I'm like, she goes, yeah, she's a really famous reality TV personality. Shows how much I know. I grew up with like Gordon Ramsay. Like that was my, like, we love Gordon Ramsay. Fun fact, Gordon Ramsay and I have the same birthday. Scorpio gang. I like Gordon Ramsay a lot. So I never used to curl my lashes, but I was at a speech meet with my students, and one of my students, her eyelashes were just so pretty. And I knew her mom, she told me that her mom was like a cosmetologist of some sort, so I was like, oh, like maybe she has eyelash extensions. So I asked her, I was like, gosh, your eyelashes look so good, like, do you have extensions? And she was like, no, I just curl my lashes. I was like, girl. But then she tells me, I curl my lashes, but she does the lighter trick on here. I was like, girl, what are you doing? She's like, no, it's okay. I'm like really safe about it. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, she's such a sweetheart though. But I was like, damn, if I want my eyelashes to look good, that means I gotta start doing that again. I haven't curled my lashes in so many years. I remember when I would go to like cheerleading camp when I was in high school, and there would be girls with like gunk, like mascara gunk, because they would curl them, put mascara on, and then curl them again. But that's how you rip your eyelashes out. Same with like not cleaning this. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I'm just like, gosh, I just want, because is this gonna sound weird that I want my eyelashes to look like one of my students? They just were like so like flared out. They were just like up and flared out. It made her eyes look so big. She looked so like nice. I was like, oh, I want that. I don't know, is that weird? Did it work? This mascara definitely only has like 3 or 4 more uses left. It's getting like chunky dry. One thing I am kind of curious about, so people who are not influencers that wear makeup, like pretty much everyone I know who like wears makeup, who like isn't an influencer, has done their makeup the exact same since high school. That's not to say they make the same like makeup mistakes, like wrong foundation shade, or you know, like the products change, but overall like a lot of things stay the same for them. Like I have not changed the way that I do my makeup in so many years. It like probably since high school. Like I always wear eyeshadow. I've always been an eyeshadow girl because I, you know, started doing my makeup in the rise of, you know, 2014, 2016 beauty YouTube, when that was like the hot cool thing to do, is like do really cool eyeshadow looks. So I've always been an eyeshadow girl, and I know that, you know, eyeshadow is dead has been the thing for a while. It's never been dead for me, alive and well. Yeah, this is like my only pink lipstick. This is the Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon in the colorway Lead the Way. And this isn't even like a very pink, it just looks really pink on my skin tone. Because I don't have really any other like pink lipsticks. I have this other one that's called Trust Your Gut, but this is a very like gray mauve color, and sometimes if I'm not wearing the right makeup with it, I look so dead. I'm trying to think. Have these fat oils, lip liners. I think that's my only pink lipstick. I mean, this one's like a dark pink. This is what I wore to Lala most days, because it's the this is the e.l.f. Sun Boss Gloss. This is the sunscreen lip gloss. It's that second one there. I don't have any pink. Oh, I guess I have this one that's like kind of pink. This is Revlon Rose Velvet. It's a pretty neutral pink, but this is like what I'm wearing now is like a very true pink, I would say, for me. Not a hot pink, just like, you know, it shows up pink, but it's not rose pink. I don't know how to explain it. Clearly I don't know enough about color theory, but it's fine. So I will finish putting my clothes on, and then I'll show you what the finished fit is. Hello. It is 9 o'clock. Jeez, it's still so light out. It's 9 o'clock on Saturday night, and I'm just staying in for the night. The bridal shower surprisingly took a lot of social energy out of me. I was so tired when I got home. I was like, I just need to take off my makeup and go to bed. Or not go to bed. I took a nap. I took kind of a long nap. But now I have some potatoes in the oven because I'm going to make baked potato soup. But I've never made baked potato soup that wasn't, hey, in the crock pot. So we'll see how this goes. It's from my copycat recipe cookbook, so I think it'll be good. While I was feeling so kind of down, because I was like, oh, why do I have to be an ingredient household? Like, why am I the way I am? And I was like, Taylor, if you just start washing the potatoes and put away your clean dishes, you can just, you can start in on cooking for the night. Like, just calm down, and then you'll have leftovers, and it'll all be fine, right? So I put on my headphones, and I listened to more of The Invited by Jennifer McMahon, and I think maybe I'll find where I am in this book as well and kind of like tandem read. Normally when I listen to a book on audio that I own, I don't do that, but I'm actually kind of interested in where this is going. So basically in the beginning, we're following this very millennial couple. It's set in like 2015, and right in the prologue we have a woman who has like a Cassandra style curse where she can tell the future but nobody ever believes her. Okay, so that's like the prologue. And then you are introduced to this super cringy millennial couple who thinks that they can like give up their big city apartment life to build their own house and homestead and live off the land, when neither of them really have ever done that. Because the wife is having like a crisis after her father passes away. It didn't feel at first that these characters were being framed as like that they don't know anything, but I'm listening to the book, I'm like, these people don't know anything. And then we switch POV, and it's this young girl who's like watching them, and I don't know too much of the significance of this next part yet, but and she's like, they don't know anything, they're out of towners, and I'm like, we can talk about like the out of town or whatever, but I'm like, these people don't know anything. Thank God I'm not the only one who thinks that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with it, because after that one where they're like kissing and they're so excited to build their house, like I was like, I can't do this. I literally don't think I can do this. So now I'm intrigued because we have this other storyline. I am just waiting for some potatoes to be done in the oven, and then I'm going to, oh, they've got 2 minutes left, okay. And then I have to let them cool completely, and then I can like cube them. It's interesting, everything always says like, oh, peel the potatoes. I'm not peeling potatoes. I'm not gonna do it. I mean, maybe that makes me lazy. I don't care. Like, potato skins, one, are kind of good for you, and two, I like potato skins. I don't know, I'm not peeling potatoes. That's so much work. No! I'm making 3 of these triangles to make a bag, but I'm using this like blue and white. So this is actually, the white is Ecru by Lily Sugar and Cream, so it's actually an off-white. And then the blue I'm using is Dazzle Blue. It's very true blue, I would call it. Like, when you think of blue, that's the color that it is. And I really like it so far. I really think that like the blue and white looks very sophisticated. So yeah, I will see. God, just another project to add underneath here. It's a hell of my own making. It is a hell of my own making. Hello. It is Monday. I don't remember the last time I filmed an update for the vlog. I finished The Invited. Not scary at all. So, I mean, if you're looking for an intro to horror, it's got a 3.83 rating on Goodreads. It was not for me. I didn't really like it. But yesterday I went out with my friend for her birthday. We went just shopping around the city. So I got a few things. Listen, it doesn't count if you're supporting indie bookstores, right? So I got This Book Is Gay by Juno Dawson and Taming Seven by Chloe Walsh from Tropes and Trifles, which is the romance bookstore in Minneapolis. So this book is a young adult nonfiction about being gay. And then this is the 5th book in the Boys of Tommen series. I know that the 6th book is coming out on May 25th, so I need to get on reading this. I was originally going to just check it out from my library, but I know I want to own this entire series, and I was like, wow. So I bought it. And then we also went to Stephen B and got some yarn. So I got this Circulo Duna. This is 100% mercerized cotton, and I just really liked this colorway. I'm not sure what I will do with it. It's 186 yards, and it calls for a 3.25 millimeter crochet hook. I definitely will be using bigger than that, probably like a 4, but yeah. So I got that, and then I found this. This is the Madeline Tosh Twist Light. It's superwash merino wool and nylon. And this is in the colorway Spicy Ramen. This was the like dye color of the month in like January of 2024. So they don't dye this color anymore, and so it's a sock, and I do think I will knit some socks with this. This is probably like my favorite yarn that I've ever seen. I love the orange and the red and the yellow. I don't know. And it's called Spicy Ramen, so that's what I got there. And then I did finish this mesh crochet dress. I need to weave in the ends, but this is done. So this will be a fun swimsuit cover up for the summer. And then I'm working on the second sleeve of this sweater, and it's honestly so cozy. Like, the yarn, not fun to work with, would not buy again, but like the finished product, it looks good on, and it's so soft and so cozy. So I'll be done with that pretty soon too. And I am almost done with a skein for this shawl that I'm working on. This is definitely like a very slow going because I'm using a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook, and the yarn is just so thin, but it's looking super good, and it's getting long, so we'll eventually get there. I actually did quite a lot. So I got off from work and I went on a walk right away, and I walked for about an hour. It's so hot out right now. I think it's like high 70s. So I am currently boiling in my apartment. I'm so sweaty. I feel like I could have done like 3 separate videos of me just doing my makeup with how many times I've done my makeup in this past week for this vlog. I originally wasn't going to do a full face of makeup, but my skin is like breaking out a ton, and I don't want to deal with it. So I'm like, you know what, we're just gonna do full face, and we will call it a day. It is Tuesday, and actually Caribou had a thing today giving like nurses and educators free coffee, so I stopped by and got a free Caribou coffee. So it was like if you show your badge or like show that you work at a school, and I was like, why not? So I got a free Caribou coffee today, and I didn't realize there's a grocery store that's only like a 15-minute walk from me, so good to know. The horrors persist daily, but so do I. So do I. Some days blending my makeup out with a brush works perfect. Some days it's super streaky. Today is a super streaky day, apparently. And it's so annoying because I would love to not like buy these sponges all the time that just get, you know, gross and dirty. And like obviously I wash mine, but I mean any sort of streaks kind of buff out when I put powder on anyway, but it's still annoying, you know. How is everyone today? I started reading Taming 7 because I got my coffee, and then there's also a college really close to me, and I've never walked through the campus before, but I did today. And I just kind of stopped there for a little bit and read the beginning. I did not realize that the beginning of that book was so sad. So I'm sitting there crying on a bench, and there are so many people like walking around. I'm like, oh, okay. Just want to get that one done so that when Releasing 10 comes out, I can go to my local romance bookstore and pick it up. So crazy the way that stuff like blends out, and then you see it on camera and you're like, wow, that looks awful. Want to finish Poverty by America either today or tomorrow. I only have like an hour and 20 minutes left of that audiobook, so I'm like, it's time. I need to finish it. I only get it for like 7 more days or so. Tomorrow I'm going to my boyfriend's house to hang out with him, so obviously I won't be able to like film tomorrow. And then I have Thursday, right? But Thursday I'm off work because my sister is graduating from community college with her associates, so I have to obviously, you know, do stuff that day. Yeah, so today I'm filming a reading wrap up, a crochet and chat, and a like tips to read more. We'll see how I'm feeling afterwards. Oh my god, I finished Vanderpump Villa and I have to wait until Thursday to see the reunion. I want to see it now. I also finally figured out what I'm getting my mom for Mother's Day. My mom is so hard because I'll be like, Mom, what do you want for Mother's Day? And she's like, well, I don't want anything, you know, I want to spend time with you. And I'm like, that's so great. I would spend time with you even if it wasn't Mother's Day. Can I do something special for you? But so I was at Tropes and Trifles this past weekend, as I showed you in the last clip. And there was actually this book there. They have a pretty small selection of like not romance books and nonfiction books. So there was this one, and this cover was just so pretty, it caught my eye. And it was called Life's Short, Talk Fast. And it's essays about Gilmore Girls, actually. And Gilmore Girls is my mother's favorite show of all time. That is her like one true love when it comes to television. So I was like, oh my god, I need to get this for my mother. Which I was thinking, well, so I like thought about it because I was gonna buy it for me, but I haven't finished Gilmore Girls, so I was like, no, I'm not gonna buy it. And then my dumbass, like after we leave yesterday, I was like, why don't I get that for my mom? Because then I can finish Gilmore Girls, she can read it, and then I can read it. Well, and then I saw that Jessa Hastings came out with a new book. Not sure how that went under the radar for me. The Convocations of Will, which is about a character. It's not technically Magnolia Park's universe, but this person lives on the same planet as like the Magnolia Parks takes place. So it's about this girl Georgie, and I need to read her book. Apparently it's not really like a romance, it's more literary, more like toxic family based, because their family is like super religious Southerners, which I think is interesting, and a lot of people are saying that it's super good, and I'm like, that's awesome. So I need to get it, even though I haven't even finished Into the Dark by by Jessa Hastings. It just made me so sad. I couldn't, like, I need to finish it, obviously, and I think I should finish it before I start this other book. but I was like, oh, I need this book. And then I remembered I have that gift card that my students gave me. So I'm gonna use that to get my mom's book and then get myself The Complications of Will. So I'm excited about that. And then I'll probably get Releasing 10 from my local, the Tropes and Trifles place, because I like supporting my local romance bookstore, because I would like it to stay in business. But yeah, so not too much going on today. Pretty similar to every other day right now. But I have some, I think, interesting videos. My crochet and chat today, the topic that we're going to be talking about is how to retain your independence while in a relationship, which is something that I've struggled with and that I feel like a lot of women, at least in my own personal life, I've heard talk about, and we're gonna, you know, talk about it, explore it a little bit. I have learned I really like doing these like kind of think pieces. I wouldn't call them video essays. They're definitely like they're very opinion based pieces. Because, you know, some video essayists, like I love watching Jordan Teresa. Hers are so in depth and she does all these sources. And they're a lot more like pop culture based. Whereas I feel like the stuff that I talk about is much more like niche, and a lot more of it is like anecdotal. Both have their places. I'm just saying it's not the same. I'll probably make myself a nice little Diet Coke. I've been making dirty sodas in my kitchen because I can't drive up to Maple Grove every day to get a soda. Oh, so sad. But I have Diet Coke, and then I know that traditionally, I believe the cream is half and half, but I've been using a sweet cream coffee creamer because it doesn't give enough for my coffee, so I've been using that in my coffee or in my sodas. And then I also bought coconut syrup, and then I also have some lime juice, so it makes for a pretty good concoction. Obviously nothing beats like being there and like getting it straight from the source. I think the big thing is that I don't have half and half, so maybe once I get half and half, maybe that'll like itch that scratch. I don't know, because me and my boyfriend have been talking. We're like, we cannot drive 20 minutes every time we want one of these, but gosh darn, we want them all the time. So you gotta figure out how to make these. But we both really like coffee and like mixed drinks and all that sort of stuff. So I think when we lived together, we talked about wanting like a bar cart. And I've always wanted a bar cart. I've just never had the space for one. And he was like, yeah, I've also always wanted that. So it's definitely something that we'll kind of work on. I don't think I can stress enough how nice it is to be in a relationship where I don't have to be in fight or flight all the time. Oh my god, it's so nice to be in a relationship with someone who wants to be in a relationship with you. I mean, like, duh. And like, he's not perfect, I'm not perfect, but you know, when the biggest issue is, hey, I need you to like throw away the toilet paper roll, and I don't have to be like, hey, let me look through your phone because I don't believe that you aren't texting other girls. You know, it's minced meat, honestly. I mean, we can say the bar is in hell, but like, I don't know. And I know that some people, like, picking up after yourself is like a huge problem in their relationship, but I'm saying like that's the only thing that I like have at the moment. That's the only thing that I'm like annoyed with. It's nice to be with someone who's like planning a life with you and like wants to plan that life. So I'm really excited to see him tomorrow. I did meet his parents last week as well. That went great. I'm gonna do my final stuff and then start filming. So I will talk to you later.